saying I'm going to the car, and then a hippo literally ran in front of me. Siku anaweza kukimbia, the hippo is right there. Tuko hapo ndani sasa tunashindwa, okay, are you gonna go or am I? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hi, you guys, are you there? This video is coming to you on a Sunday because we agreed that we are doing 2 videos a week this year. I'm just shooting a video actually. Sorry about that. But just a quick update. I just learned that JumboJet has offers. This year we are just coming and going. Small trips, big trips, meaningful trips. That's all. JumboJet has an offer, and I'm pretty certain this offer is running from today to Sunday or Monday maybe, because the last time I saw this offer, it had been posted on either Thursday or Friday, and then it ran the whole weekend, and then the offer was kind of getting depleted on Sunday. So please go and check out JumboJet now and see if you can take advantage of those flights. Msijali na email imetoka, and I'm really trying to hide it, and I think at some point I'll forget. So guys, just cut me some slack. I don't have all my ducks in a row. In fact, my ducks may be in different ponds, but we are here right now. Please follow me on my socials so that you can get more timely information. But every Sunday we'll be talking about travel. We'll be talking about what you need to know, what has been my experience, and just we'll be sharing about travel as a business, as a hobby, as an art. I believe travel is an art. You need to be very, like artsy about how you choose your destinations, how you plan your destination, because I believe every destination can be a budget destination if you know what to look out for. And that's what I'm gonna be telling you, how to make your trips affordable. And the first thing is looking out for offers like what JumboJet has, or going on group trips like what we have, because you see, like going on that same trip on your own will be so much more expensive. So these are some of the tricks I'll be giving you on how you can move around this year. Yeah, so you also might want to subscribe to this channel because they will be hearing it here. I didn't want to do so much today. I just wanted to talk about actually my first time going to Mara. You hardly usually remember things as they were, rather than the narrative that you told yourself, this is how I remember it. Sometimes you can remember something in a different way than actually how it was. So what I will encourage you is that always frame your story in a way that is appealing to you. It doesn't have to appeal to anyone else, as long as you like it. If you like it, I love it. So it was September 2022. I had been working for this travel company for around 9 months at the time, and what had happened was there was 2 partners in the company, and one of these partners decided to dissolve the partnership, and the other partner did not take it well. And following that, the company was dissolved. It was a very bad breakup between the partners. Hi. There had been some clients who had been in the works, so we still needed to execute those orders. Hi. How are you? There had been some orders that we had, or some bookings that we had rather, that needed to be executed, and even after the partnership has dissolved, we still have to offer the service. So the client who had booked for September was sick. It was a couple. So the lady was sick, and at the time I'm the only employee, and I was in a better position to help her because I'm a woman, and like I could be with her like in every place really. So I was called upon to go, and hey, see, I was excited. Like me niko like, okay, hapo niko serious ati, this is work down, that this is my first time going to Masai Mara. So nilikuwa so excited. I was so excited. Yani all my dreams were just coming true, because earlier on in that year, I remember I had just quit my job. I just quit my job without any other prospects. You guys have seen that video, and a week later I found something on LinkedIn, and that's how I ended up in the tourism industry, and I have loved it ever since. And I think that is the work of God. Like sometimes you just have to surrender and let God show you the path forward. So that's what I did, and God showed me that I needed to be in tourism, and that's what I just followed through. But I remember around April, I was prepared to quit. Walikuwa ameniambia nisukume gari. I will never forget it. People like me, I've come here with my education. At that time, I had just started my masters. Alafu nimeambiwa nisukume gari. Me as the black lady, there was a white lady, and she was not told to sukuma gari, and I took that very personally because I'm like, why did you guys ask me to push the car and not ask the white lady to push a car? Do I look like a strong black woman? I know. I mean, I do, but the strength that I'm trying to portray is not the physical strength. I beg. Hata kama naendanga gym. No. Anyway, let me not digress. That's what happened at that time. So I was prepared to quit that job in April, but then they offered me more money, and I ended up just deciding to stay because I actually didn't have money at the time. Yeah. Now, another thing why I wanted to quit that job during that season was because I'd gone to school to be an accountant, and then my parents were not okay with it because they were like, okay, what is this you're doing? First of all, I was working from home. I had moved so far away from home, and they were like, they didn't understand what actually I was doing with my life. Later on, they come and get on board with it. You know, you guys have seen me going on vacation with my mom, sponsored by the company I used to work for. So they came around, and even now, like, even my, first of all, you know me, I'm a daddy's girl, so I live to please I will descend to my father one day, but till then, we will work through it in therapy. But now, when actually my dad came around, and I think the time I've seen this so much was when I was now starting my own travel company, and my dad was so supportive, and I was like, yes, you know, that's how things start. So for him to, well, I don't want to say let, because I was gonna do it even if he didn't allow it, but for him to support me like that, very verbally as well. Even when we went for events, my dad would be like, oh, you know, my daughter is a businesswoman and she's very successful. At the time, ni kwanza naanza, like, I don't have anything, but my dad is out there telling people how successful I am running a travel company. Yeah, so me, I've packed up, I'm ready to go to Mara, but then the thing is, the hotels were not ready for me. They didn't know that there was admin person accompanying the guests, so that brought about problems because they didn't have anywhere for me to sleep. Both we went to Naivasha and Mara. Naivasha is easy because there is a lot of Airbnbs, and shameless plug, I do have a villa, a 4-bedroom villa in Naivasha, and I also have some 1-bedroom apartments and some studio apartments. So if you're looking for an accommodation in Naivasha, call me. Yeah, anyway, Naivasha is easy, so we have accommodations and stuff easily. But Nakuru was a bit different because we were staying inside the park. The clients were going to the cliff, and they didn't have any extra rooms. Plus, if you know the cliff, it's very high, and ngumu sana ati wanipate tu room. First of all, umetoka wapi? Haujui kuongea, haujui kusema ati unakuja. Come correctly. So walikuwa like, now what you're gonna do? We're gonna probably put you with the staff. I was like, yeah, I'm down. Put me with the girls. They put me with the girls, and I remember the night was so good. We were just bonding with the female staff who worked there, and I remember just being like, yeah, this is the industry I wanna work in. I had no clue that there's these types of jobs, especially because the mainstream jobs are, you know, medicine, law, accounting. So me, I'm an accountant by profession because that is what all our parents wanted us to become. I go out and be an accountant, a lawyer, an engineer, these things. But when I landed in the tourism industry, I was so shocked to see how big the industry was. Kuna watu kwa reservations, kuna watu wana work in the hotels, kuna the management, kuna it's a whole thing. And tourism is the backbone of Kenya, you know. Yeah, it's the backbone of Kenya's economy. So it's like, that's why I even decided to create a YouTube channel to show younger girls that there's more options out there for employment. You just don't have to stick to the 4-5 that have been spoken about forever. So that was the whole purpose. I started the YouTube because I wanted now to show people also my travel adventures, now that I was able to get some opportunities now to go to places now like Nakuru, Mara at the time. So that's how Nakuru played out. Now going to Mara, we were at Mara Bush Camp Private Wing, MBC. Nakwambia, one thing about Soroi collection, Soroi have the best lodges. I went to Samburu at a different time, and I saw Lassens. Let me tell you, Lassens is, you know, they also have Lions Bluff in Savo, and they have Luxury Migration. There's also a vlog where I was at Luxury Migrations. Guys, you need to go back and watch these vlogs because I have shown you around. Now I want to tell you about the things you didn't see on the video. videos. Yeah, because you know what I've noticed is maybe I have shown you the good side of travel, but I didn't really tell you the stories about the land, the experiences we had there, the people I met there, and that is what actually makes travel. Travel is about the culture, the people. It's not about just getting there and staying in the hotel and game drive and what. It's if you really get to know the people of that destination. Of like, let's say right now we go to South Africa. I would want us to go and even see Soweto, twende tutembee huko ndani. Like we actually see. Well, I don't know if you can do that when you go to Cape Town, you know. That's another thing. When people come to Kenya, they know they land in Nairobi and they think they'll just get to Mara quickly, like ati sasa Mara is just the next town, 1 hour to we get to Mara. We are at Mara Bush Camp and they don't have any accommodation, and it was getting so bad that to a point that I almost slept in the Land Cruiser that day. And I remember like during Akoka back and forth, like we went for dinner and then the guests were already situated. Like it's important that the guest doesn't see those BTS struggles, because you don't want them to see struggle when they have come on vacation at even umesumbuka sijini. Yeah, so I remember once nimekuwa sorted, they ended up getting a tour leader room, staying in a tour leader room. I think here they ended up getting me either a tour leader room or they put me up with the staff again. And the part that really I remember the most about Mara Bush Camp is nimeenda kwa gari kuchukua my luggage now, my suitcase and things, and then as I was going, they're just in front of the Mara River. Kuna hippo ilipita. You know, hippos will get out of water when they feel safe, when it's dark, nini. Well, not only when it's dark. When I went to Naivasha the other day, there was hippos outside the water, and actually it's considered good luck when you see hippos outside the water. So join us on Naivasha Baby Girl Retreat Shameless Plug so that you can actually see hippos outside of water. And when you see the hippos outside of the water, make sure you make a wish because it's likely to come true. Yeah, I'm going to the car, and then a hippo literally ran in front of me. Mimi, my fight or flight ni freeze. I literally froze right there. Sikuwa naweza kukimbia. The hippo is right there. Tuko hapo ndani sasa nashindwa, okay, are you gonna go or am I gonna run? Like, but mimi I couldn't run because nime freeze. Like my whole body was frozen, and nilikuwa najua leo naenda kwa baba. My friend Maureen initially says internet ya Sayuni, connection ya Sayuni ilikuwa imeanza kuconnect. The connection was connecting to Sayuni, na nilikuwa nimesema okay, sawa, at least nimeona Masai Mara. If I go out, this is a very nice way to go. Yeah, so that's what I usually remember there about my first time going to Mara. Anyway, we ended up staying in Mara for 4 nights, and it was one of the best experiences I have ever had. And I think that's when I solidified my position that I want to stay in this industry. So like I had told you, there was a rift between the partners, and the dust had not settled. So there was a kind of worry on my part that when I come back, I won't have a job. Because I mean, how are they gonna pay me? Because at that time I had weighed my options, and I decided I will stick with the owner of the one owner of the company as opposed to the other one because of many becauses. Yeah. Then when I came back, you know, my boss sat me down and he told me that we are not gonna be able to afford to pay you, so you should get to stepping. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. You don't have to pay me. I'll work for free. I was a silly little girl back then. I was a silly little girl. But that's what I said, really. I told them, you don't have to pay me. I'm just gonna work for free until when you guys can pay me, then you can pay me. I don't even know how I was gonna pay rent, you know. But I had just experienced Masai Mara and Nakuru and Naivasha, and I was just like, even if you guys just allow me to be going on these trips, that's enough. That's enough. I can live off of that. Yeah. Anyways, long story short, but it was long though. That was my first trip ever, and I kind of came to know something about myself. Yeah, I came to know that I'm a very loyal person. That for me, like, yes, material money is nice, money is great in this life. Have money, but I was more appreciative of what I was gonna learn by staying in this industry. And the next month they actually paid me. I never missed even that month's payment because you know, clients came and they paid the deposits that were there, and they were able to afford to pay me. So happy ending. But they saw how loyal I was to the company, and that I was even willing to stay there even without like knowing how it's gonna unfold. And for me, I can't say at that time it was like maybe it was actually blind faith, but I was just so enthusiastic, and it was the first time I had felt excited about something. Mind you, I've gone to school, I've done my finance, I've done CPA, I've done everything, but this is where I found that I wanted to be, because I had worked in accounting for 2 years, and it had been the unhappiest 2 years of my life. Then I worked here for like 9 months, and I was certain that this is it. So sometimes there's a calling that happens, and when you hear that calling, you better answer the call, or it will keep calling. It will keep calling and calling and calling until you answer. So I answered the call, a different call this time, and I started my own travel company. I know I've told you guys this before in the Vlogtober videos. Actually, now I have two companies. Because I have my creative work that I do, and I also want to get into fashion at some point, but that is currently just, I've put it on the side because I want to focus on one thing at a time. I really want you guys to support my Gallipo. Well, it's not really a Gallipo business anymore. When I was just laying the foundations towards the end of last year, it was, oh, this is happy-go-lucky, but let me tell you, I have experienced the real entrepreneurship since now and then, and that's why I had to pivot a bit and kind of separate these two entities, so that I know that I want the travel company to not only rely on me. At some point I'll hire people, at some point it'll be so much more than Marie. So that's why I had to separate it from my personal brand. My personal brand, as you know, is the corporate chic, and everything that I do under my personal brand will be under Chic Bespoke Creations, and then we'll have the travel company that is now Trailmarks Adventures. Well, it's Adventures, really. Trailmarks Expeditions. You guys follow my journey into entrepreneurship. It's not easy, but I believe that I was put here to do exactly this, and if it was easy, then everybody would be doing it. So I have to do this. This is my calling, and I've decided to answer the call. And the call has been there for a long time, and I tried to run away for such a long time because I didn't think I have the strength. Last year is when I realized how much work I need to do to get to the next level, and it scared me shitless, I'm not gonna lie, when I was doing my research, and then Nika realized this is how much work I need to put. At the time, I'm putting in so much work, so I'm like, you mean what I'm doing now is not enough? And I had to be honest with myself and tell myself that I want so much more, so I have to put so much more energy and effort, more power, more passion, more energy. You understand? Yeah, so that's what we are doing, and sometimes you have to just face life as it comes. So this is the year that we're doing all those things that we have been dreaming of. So join me. I don't know what your calling is, but you better answer that call. So until next time, please subscribe to this channel. There'll be so many more stories about the places I've been to, and you guys know I've been to every destination you can go to in Kenya. So this is basically all the tea that I can give you. So bye for now. I'm gonna see you when I see you. So love you, mean it. I don't know if I've ended this the way I need to end it, but guys, I love you so much, and join me on this journey, because I know I need you guys, and I know you guys need to travel, so you guys also need me. And if you're looking for a trip, DM me, or even on my personal page, or if you have my number, bug me. I'll sort you out. And if you're my subscriber, you get friends and family discount. Yeah, so subscribe. Bye. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one for sure.